Yes. So TensorSpace is the name of my new venture. I'll be presenting what it's able to do and interested in any of your feedback. So TensorSpace is a AI horizontal product that has a lot of different use cases, but a big one is being able to search using natural language on small molecule chemicals. That could be drugs, for example. So an example you see over here, HIV drug, therapeutic, blood-brain barrier permeable, very low toxicity. That's a natural language prompt, and it returns back results based on that prompt. So if I would click on one, you can see the picture of the chemical, but there's more. Let me go to the next slide. And then properties of the chemicals. So different things that drug developers are interested in. A safety score, which does in silico toxicity analysis. Blood-brain barrier permeability is one of the things. All this is computed using statistical machine learning methods. I'm going to show the opposite here. So you can do prompts that for non-drug things, like very dangerous, poison, and deadly. It's a natural language. You can put like death machine on it, all kinds of nasty things, and it returns what you expect. All right, so you can see over here that the toxicity analysis shows that it in fact is fairly toxic, has good blood-brain barrier permeability. I don't think you want that in your brain. All right, so this is an example of another possible query drug that solves aging. Just put it in your heads. I mean, I don't know if it works. I don't know if this prompt works, but this is what I want to get to if it doesn't work. So that's one of the questions over there. All right, it can also do things that have nothing to do with drugs. It's a horizontal. So here I'm searching for a bird on a tree branch. That is a picture that it generated of what I asked for. All right. So just the general architecture of TensorSpace. Everything turns into something called an embedding. Embedding is a kind of like embedding vector is a very big vector in a high-dimensional space. So in the TensorSpace architecture, chemicals, natural language prompts, images, anything turns into this embedding. And then all other kinds of analysis happen on the embedding itself. So the toxicity analysis and the generation involves the embedding as well. And there's in a side thing, a vector database, a data database, and a UI layer that it's shared across all the different data modalities. Okay? And there's no external APIs. It doesn't use ChatGPT or something. It's using large language, multimodal large language modeling that is internal to TensorSpace. And I could use, I'm here, I've made this already, it exists. So any kind of collaborations where this could be useful. If anyone has any pharmaceutical friends, that would be very helpful to me if you could introduce me to them. I am currently raising a syndicate, early stage investment. If that's interesting, please let me know. It's my email and my LinkedIn information. I'm done.
Wow, thanks. In the breakout room, that would be fun. Okay, questions, comments? Yeah, Nico.
Just a technical question. So to understand better how it works, there was a suggestion of a molecule that will solve longevity. Is that the molecule that the AI comes up with? Or is that based on molecules that already exist and have been tested to have effect on longevity? Because it looked like everything is like a bunch of amine groups, etc., very active things. So definitely those will be active molecules, but are they real?
Are they real? So all the molecules you saw come from a database called Zinc. So they're molecules which can be purchased. Yes, so they are real. You're saying, does that the molecule that will solve aging? I couldn't tell you. I don't have a benchmark on that. I have benchmarks on like the toxicity analysis. That works like really well. Go ahead.
So do you have also features like, pattern landscape in a sense?
The pattern landscape?
Yeah, so if you have now your molecule, do you already spit out, I mean, it's great what you spit out on information, but then you want to know, is it, patentable again?
Oh, is it patentable? So if it's like novel enough or, it doesn't currently do that analysis, but it's something that could be added. Yeah. Yes.
Which poison leaves no trace and can be used?
That is exactly a prompt. That's a prompt. You could type that.
Have you human aligned it?
Human aligned it. That's exactly the question. I presented this last week, and that was like the first question. It's like, why are you doing this? Like, yeah. So it's not available to the general public, and I'm going to filter poisonous compounds automatically. So there will be an alignment. This is just for demonstration purposes only. Yes.
How large is the model?
It's actually quite small. So that's running on a $20 virtual machine. It's one of the it's a small large language model. So it's like medium language model. Yeah.
Like llama size?
It's smaller than llama. Yeah. Because it's very focused. I could make it. I'm still experimenting with the different architecture and stuff, but this one seems to work well. So.
Cosmo?
Did you use alpaca?
Do I use the alpaca? No. So it's an internal large language model. It's a transformer architecture, but nothing with a name.
You made it yourself?
Yeah. So this is all internal to TensorSpace. There's no APIs or anything.
I guess that's why you can ask such questions. The other ones have already been aligned so that you can't ask.
That's true. Yeah.
Can you describe your connections to the pharmaceutical companies? Have you actually delivered molecules to them as ideas to test, or what have you actually done with them?
So I have not gotten to that point yet. So that's exactly, if you have those connections and you would, I'm asking for them. Yeah, these are things it would be nice to have. I have just consulting. You don't even have an investment yet.
Okay, got it.
Okay, final question, Joe.
Do you have any ideas on how to sort of establish the relevance of your hits? I mean, there's just a ton of hits that have unknown relevance, and from what I can tell, just playing with it right now, like they're not very relevant. Like,
oh, you see one like sort by relevance, or
yeah, like why does this hit matter?
Yeah, so it goes by.
Or what's the confidence that this is relevant to your query?
Yeah, that I should display that. You're right. It's sorted by distance from your query. So there's a query is turned into a vector, and then the first result is the closest thing found using cosine distance, which is common in embeddings. But yeah, it doesn't display that. It just sorts it by that. Yeah.
Okay, give me your challenge. What do you want? What are you interested in working on to make progress on this space?
I liked that first bullet, but I have to come up with a new one, I suppose. Yeah, so like what other kinds of modalities would be interesting besides small molecules and natural language? Because this is multimodal. Okay.
Okay. You can phrase it. Wonderful. Thank you. Thanks a lot, JJ.